Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. TGIF, guys. TGIF. It is Friday. This week has flown by. And I feel like I ain't got a whole lot done this week. But I actually did take a little time off this week as far as the physical labor goes. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the back end this week, trying to get caught up on the business side of everything and kind of giving my body a break, because since I got back from that trip from Florida and Alabama and Mississippi and everything, I have literally been non-stop, been getting it. And I figured I haven't really had my energy level and stuff that I typically have, so I figured I was getting pretty worn out, so I decided I would step back on the physical side just a little bit and let my body recover a little bit. And there's always something to do as far as the business side or organization and stuff. You know, just redid the whole cabin, and there's a whole lot of stuff I needed to go through to get organized, my clothes and paperwork and stuff like that. Plus I got to do my taxes here real soon, because I filed for an extension, because during tax time was in the middle of me moving and everything else. It was kind of crazy. So I filed for an extension, so I got to get that done by October. So I got all of that stuff together and started going through all of my clothes. And I'm going to end up donating all the clothes that I'm getting rid of to the Goodwill or something like that. Some organization that can kind of give it back, because a lot of them are almost brand new still. It's just I don't really wear that type of clothes anymore. You know, business type stuff like that, I'll keep a couple outfits, but I don't need all that I have. So I'm going to donate that, and hopefully it can go to somebody that needs it. Maybe it can go to somebody that's out there trying to get a job that don't have enough money to get some nice business type clothes and stuff. So hopefully it'll help somebody that needs it. So that's the plan there. I'm actually on my way to town right now. I actually went yesterday and I got me a pressure cooker. There was one left, and Roxanne from Country Road Cure told me that they had one left. So I ran uptown and got one of them, and got a couple things of jars and lids and seals and all of that stuff to go ahead and get one of those on the Homestead, you know, because you never know. And that's always a good thing, especially with limited power and refrigeration and stuff like that. I really need to start thinking about preserving food and all of that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and grabbed one of those. And then yesterday, which will be on the upcoming video on Come On Homesteading, I got all of the stuff that I've already bought for the pump/solar house over there in the area where we're actually going to do the building. And it's been about three and a half months, I would say, since I bought all of that stuff. Maybe even 4 months. You know, time flies. So I didn't even remember what all I bought. And so I kind of got all of that in one area, and I took notes of what all I have and decided that it was time to come up with a design for that, because when I originally bought all that stuff, I was just going to do a pump house. But now that I'm adding a solar room onto it, it kind of changes things a little bit. And it was going to end up being an 8 by, I believe, 20 for the pump house. And I'm still going to stick with the 20-foot long, but I actually want it to be a little bit wider. So the metal deck that I got is not going to work, and I also need to grab a couple of 4x4s, because when I was buying the 4x4s, there was very limited stock, and all I got was 8 and 10 footers. And a couple of weeks ago, I went to Lowe's and picked up some 12 footers, 4 12 footers, matter of fact. And I've decided that I want to go with the 12 and 10 foot as far as the slope goes. That way I could put 2 foot in the ground, so it'd end up being a 10 foot by 8 foot with the slope. That'll give me plenty of headroom. I shouldn't have to duck or anything like that when I'm in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and order 8 more sheets of slate decking for it. The ones that I got are like 10 foot one, and if I do that with a 1 foot overhang on each end, I mean, that's only going to give me about 8 foot as far as interior goes. And I want a little bit more than that with the solar whole situation. So I'm gonna go order some 12 footers today, and hopefully they come in pretty fast. And that right there will make it to where I can actually do a 10 by 20 structure and have a decent amount of overhang all the way around to keep the weather off the side of the building. That's the goal, and it won't be a waste on the 10 footer as far as the metal that I got, because I'm thinking about doing a lean-to off the side of that, or building a separate building to house the washing machine and stuff like that, to kind of have a wash house. I would like to do it off the same structure. We'll just have to see what the area looks like once I get the main structure up. Whether I'm going to do it off of there, because it makes sense with the water and everything right there, to do it there. But if not, then I will build it somewhere else on the property and probably add an outdoor bathroom into the design with the washroom. So that's the plan right now. That's the game plan anyway. So we're going to go order some materials this morning and try to get this project moving whenever I get back. I've got to go to Danville, and I'm checking the PO box this morning. I need to do that. It's been a while, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to turn around and go back to Boonville to S&W, and I'm going to order all the material. Then I got to go to the 41.36. There's one piece of the sawmill that is actually in the back of Gary's truck. He brought it to me whenever we had the barbecue last weekend, but we got busy hanging out and never got it out the truck. So I'm going to go get that, because I'm definitely going to have to start milling some wood here soon for the pump house, because I don't have none of the wood for the walls or the siding. I plan on making all of that. I did buy everything for the roof, except for now that I changed the design, I got to get some more. So I got to go pick up that, because I definitely got to get that sawmill fired up this week coming up, and start milling the walls and stuff like that. I'm sure I'm going to have to wait a couple of days at least for the roof. So I'll probably try to get the post in the ground this week. Probably need to grab a couple more bags of concrete too, now that I'm thinking about it. But I need to get the post in the ground this week. I can go ahead and get the framing and stuff built for the roof, and that way whenever the metal deck comes in, I can slap that on there, and then we're one step closer to getting that pump closed in. I'm not so concerned with closing it all in right now and getting the whole structure closed in. The main part I'm concerned with is getting the pump side done, because I am going to do a wall in between the two, and there'll be two different entrances to it. That one side for the solar and one side for the water. I kind of want to get a good barrier in between the two, just in case there's any leaks or something like that. I don't need water going in there with all my solar components, you know what I mean? That could be pretty bad and pretty expensive. So, and that way also too, I can shrink the size of the room for the pump house, because you don't need much space for the pump, and the bigger the room, the harder it is to keep it warm during the winter. And the whole reason for having the pump house is to keep the pipes and stuff from freezing. So there's going to be only a very small section that's going to be the pump. The pump side probably is only going to be about 5 foot wide, you know, so it'll be 5 by 10, which is plenty for a pump house. I'll be able to put my filters in there, have the pump in there, and all of that, and should work out pretty good. And then that should give me about a 15 by 10 by 15 for the solar batteries and all of that good stuff, the battery banks, and that should be plenty for that. So that's the goal, that's the game plan. I'm kind of excited about it. This will be the first official build that I'm doing on the homestead. I've done a whole lot of work on there, cleaning up the area, clearing out the land, you know, rearranging the cabin and all that other stuff, but I haven't actually built a structure on there yet. So this will be the first one. I'm excited about it. I haven't actually built anything, and it's been like 2 years. Time flies since I left the homestead in Florida. So I might be a little bit rusty, but I'm excited about getting back to it, because I love to build. I love to create things from nothing. So pretty excited about it. But with the cost of everything right now, my pocket ain't excited about it. Come on. But this, in my opinion, is a necessary evil. Winter is coming. I really do need to get this pump house going, and I need to get the lines trenched and all that other stuff for the plumbing to get to the cabin, because I need to get the bathroom done in the cabin, because I sure would like to take a hot shower in the winter on the inside instead of taking a cold shower outside in about 18-degree temperature, because I did that last year. I've pretty much made it through all the seasons here soon now. I actually bought this place kind of in the winter last year. The first night I stayed at the cabin was 18 degrees with no insulation and no heat. So I was here last winter. I wasn't here full time last winter, but I did stay here last winter in the cabin. So I am aware of what it's like to be in that cabin during the winter. And that's why I put the heat and insulation and all that other stuff in. That's another good thing. A lot of people's asked me questions about the heater. They seen me take it down in the last video on Come On Homesteading with redecorating the whole cabin and rearranging the whole thing. Whether the heater's going to go back to where you see the pew-pews at right now, or it's going to go on the new wall that I'm building for the bathroom. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I touched base on this yesterday on my Come On Keeping It Real or not, but I did get some more questions yesterday, so I figured I would address it again. But that is the plan. That heater doesn't take long to set up, so I'm not in no huge hurry or anything like that. And I just got to figure out what's going to make the most sense and what will make it the most efficient. And also the safest, because that heater puts out a lot of heat, so it can't just be anywhere. It can't be too close to the TV, it can't be too close to furniture, stuff like that. So now that I have it rearranged, once I build that wall, it will allow me to kind of see where the best and safest places is to fit it. This weekend, I am actually going tomorrow to Fayetteville. I'm going to take Margarita and her kids to Top Golf, and also go out to eat, take a little break. We've been planning this for about 2 weeks now, and the kids are excited. I'm excited. Margarita is excited. It's going to be good to kind of get away from the mountain for a day and just kind of relax and just hang out and spend some time with the kids, get to know them a little better, let them get to know me. Really looking forward to it, because I honestly think this will be the last time that I have to actually have some downtime like that for a while, because with winter coming, I'm about to be really, really busy. Once I officially start this pump house and solar house and the bathroom, I mean, it's pretty much going to be non-stop until I finish it. So I got a lot to do. It's going to cost a lot of money, and which means I got to work my butt off, and it's coming. That's another reason why I kind of took this week as far as the manual labor side, and kind of took most of it off. I accomplished a couple little things, but nothing like I have been doing. And is to kind of give my body a break, because I know what's coming. I know once I start this, it's going to be long days, long nights, and long weeks. So I figured it was better to kind of let my body recharge a little bit before I kind of go wide open. I know a couple of y'all have commented about my voice and everything in some earlier videos, saying I sounded tired and stuff like that, and you were right, I was tired. I was just drained. It was a grind. I mean, I went from being sick for 2 weeks to on the road for 9 straight days nonstop. And when I got back, I literally did 2 or 3 weeks of just nonstop going. So it was time for me to kind of slow down, take a break. Trying to listen to my body, guys. Trying to listen to you guys. Trying to take care of myself. I don't want to get burnt out. I don't want to get myself to worn down where I get bronchitis or something like that again and have a relapse and all of that. So trying to be smart about it. There's a lot of work that's got to be done, and if I go down for 2 weeks again, that ain't helping nobody. So I figured take a couple of days off this week, and you know, just do some of the back end easier on my body type stuff, low stress stuff, and just kind of recharge. So that's what I've been up to this week. I will be putting out a video tomorrow on Come On Homesteading if everything works out the way I think it will. And basically it'll be me moving all the stuff over there to the pump house and preparing and laying out the pump house, and a couple other little odds and end things that I've been working on around the cabin. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know what time it'll come out tomorrow. It depends on how late I get done today, but looking forward to it. I think y'all will enjoy it, and this will probably be my last one until Monday on this channel. Last weekend I did one every single day last week, even last weekend, because Margarita was in town. So I've done pretty much 7 of these in a row. Actually maybe more than that. Yeah, more than that, because you got to count the 5 before that weekend even. So yeah, did 12 of these in a row, I think. So I think I'm gonna take a break on the weekend as far as recording this, but Monday morning I will let you know how it went with the kids. I think it's gonna be a good time. I think we're gonna have fun, and I'll also let you know what kind of progress that we made on the homestead this morning, because when I get back Sunday, the work begins, the real work begins. So got a lot to do, a lot coming up. I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to bring you guys along with me. So I hope everybody has a happy, productive weekend. If you've been working your booyaka off, take a break this weekend. Enjoy your friends and family. And if you haven't been working your booyaka off, well then make it a productive weekend and try to get something done to move yourself closer to your goals. And until we see each other again, guys, hey, keep it real.